Yes. Paper. Okay, I'm live. Yes, I think I'm live. I think. Therefore, I am. Okay, I am. I am live. All right. Just wait for a few people to arrive. I will cut some paper in the meantime. I have, what are we doing today? I need thank you cards for my son's teachers. School ends on Friday. Friday is the last day of school here. And, yeah, I need cards. So I have a couple of stamp sets that fit and that are, oh, okay. If you hear some banging, we have some people who are setting up and apparently drilling into the house. They're setting up some scaffolding because we're getting our roof replaced soon. And right at this very moment, they are above my office. I can see their feet up on the scaffolding. So, yeah. If you hear other noises, I'm very sorry. That's what it is. That's what's going on. They were supposed to be done by now, so, you know. Right. So I have a couple of stamp sets that are kind of like cute, good for teachers, made for teachers. This one is more for like during the COVID time when everything was virtual, but I think I can kind of change it to make it work. So I don't actually have a plan, and I might actually just make them kind of simple. And someone just came in my door, so yeah. I might just make them kind of simple and keep the sentiment teacher related. You're an A plus kind of teacher. They don't actually use A grading systems here in Norway, but yeah, I think the gist will come across okay. So I need three, and I need to figure those out and color them up today. So that is today's plan. I'll be doing them in Copics, and I also need to find a thank you sentiment. Or maybe I don't. Maybe I can just write it in the inside of the card because I am going to write notes to everyone. So I'll just do that and keep it simple. I need to shut this off here. All right. So these are going to be simple. I say simple. They're going to be clean and simple. So the style will be clean and simple. I don't really think I have the time to like make full scenes. I was thinking about making a background kind of like a not very clear, but just like a whiteboard type of thing with the teacher in front, that kind of thing. And I might still do that because that would be simple enough. And then this one is really cute. So I was thinking like for the assistants, this would be good, and for the teachers, this would be good. So that's the plan. Let's see if I can start with this one. And I definitely want to use the I know more than ever before how much I appreciate you, because all of these other ones are kind of like for virtual teaching, and that doesn't exactly fit. So I will be using that sentiment and this character and probably like the bookcase and one of the little boys. And I need to, because this is like from a virtual teaching stamp set, she has like a headset with like a microphone there. So I'm going to have to stamp that in like a light color so that I can remove it with coloring, because plus one of the teachers has like long wavy hair, so I can kind of hide it that way. I do like this teacher as well, but none of them actually look like that. So here's what we'll do her, and we'll do her in a light color, like a no line coloring stamp. If I can find it. Where did it go? Oh no, this is tragic. I can't find it. 1 second. Phew. Okay. Alrighty. So this one is no line coloring ink. So it comes out really soft. I'll just I don't even know if you can see that, but you're not really supposed to see it because then you'll color over it with the marker, but it gives you the, like, I'll be able to still follow the lines to get the image, but it's really, really light, and that's why we use it for no line coloring. So let's figure this out. Maybe I should take a scrap piece and kind of draw it out. Can I use this one? Nope. I cannot. I can use one of these. No, I'm going to use this one. All right. It's just a spare piece of watercolor paper. So what I was thinking was to have like, they use like a really big like whiteboard in school. I don't have a chalkboard anymore. It's kind of crushing for me. Makes me feel older. Well, I am older, but so they have a really big whiteboard, and I was thinking of putting the teacher like here, you know, standing here. And then like the bookcase could be here. I probably actually won't use that little boy because he's forward facing. Cooperate. He's forward facing, so there's no way like I could have him. So I'll just have her, and I'll have the bookcase here. And probably like some little signs up here. You know how they usually have like the alphabet kind of thing. I think they even have that there, so yeah, etc., etc. And the sentiment will go down here. So I think that'll be a decent card. And that will be, I'll make 2 of those. And then for the assistants, I will I have dies for this one too, so if I wanted to, I could just stamp them all out. So I will use the sentiment here. You are one of a kind teacher. And maybe on this one, it could be, I like the bear with the backpack. So we could put the bear here. I can't draw, guys, so, you know, sketching is not drawing. So here's the back, the bear. Here, this will be like a sidewalk, a school. You know, I don't actually know what the school looks like. I should probably look that up. But just, you know, like the corner of the school here. So that looks like a house, but I'll figure it out. And maybe I could put the school bus like, or maybe I should move him forward and put the school. He doesn't take the school bus. I don't need that. Yeah. And then A+ teacher up here. I think that'll be fair to Midlam. Okay, so those are my two sketches, and that's generally how it works. You just kind of play around. I don't know if you're a card maker yourself or whatever. That's how it works. So I'm going to draw in all of these other things. I need to look, though, and see what the school looks like. At least, like, just get an idea of the front of it. Images. Okay. Where's the front of the front? Oh, come on. All right, I think this one's going to have to really do. So no, I need a better picture than that. Sorry. That's not even the right angle for a shape. I don't know what school that is, but it's not the school that I'm searching about. Maybe there's one on the Comuna website. Although it should have come up in Google Images, right? They have a unique front shape, and I just want to make sure that I get it right, because the school is more like has like, I have to do it a little bit darker, that going there, and then it's like this, and then there's a kind of overhang thing. Yeah, and then two double doors here. So I imagine that there's some poles or something holding that up. Yeah. So it's more like that-ish, but I'm really just trying to get yeah, a clear shot of it, because doing it from memory is not a good idea. Okay, here's the school. How about website? Should have done this before, but I had a meeting, actually. I was in a meeting, and I just got home like 10 minutes before the stream started, so I'm not nearly as prepared as I would like. Homeschooling, maybe? No. There are like no pictures of this place. How is that even possible? It's a school. 7 Google reviews. I'm not really sure. No, it just brings me to all the same ones. You know, I go to the place every day. You would think that this would kind of be burned into memory. Alas. All right, I think that's enough though for it to be recognizable. I don't really want to spend this much time Googling schools or school pictures. What about Wikipedia? All right. It literally has nothing. All right. That's just gonna do it. So that'll be the sketch for the assistant one. And I could just, it's only one stamp, so I'll just stamp them out now and get going. I'm not even sure no, I have used this one. Okay. Put my sketch up here so I know what I'm doing. And then the bear will go here-ish. And you may or may not be able to see it. I'm not 100% sure. And this ink is so light, I really don't care about coloring it. Cleaning it either. It's not going to stain. So do I want anything else? I can do the sentiments after, and I'll just, so in case I have to color anything over there, make a blue sky or whatever, I don't ruin the ink. So just leave this out over here to the side. This one is here. That one's there. I need her. And had to just answer a message. So she's going to be over here. And I don't think there's no precision needed with this. With these, I should say. So I just need 2 of them. I was even actually thinking of individualizing these as well, but I don't really have the time. It's been like a hectic couple of weeks, and last week I wasn't feeling good, and I ended the stream early on Friday. I was getting dizzy, so I went and laid down for a while, and I felt better after a couple hours, so that was good, because I don't have time to just sit around. All right, now a lot of this stuff is just going to be in grays, but I will pull down like primary colors for like the looking at the sketch, these little like the signs, the paper that's up there. But I'm going to use a lot of grays on the background, but first I want to get her done. And I have 2 hairstyles for teachers. One is blonder than the other, so be using some like really light and some yellow. And maybe this is really quite bright, but maybe if I add some, yeah, like I'm looking for a shadow color, and I don't want to go orange or or deeper yellow. I kind of want to go like more. I think this YR21 will do what I want. So, and I think I'll go, instead of Y11, I think I'll do a 00. And Y02. So that's one hair color. The other one has more brown hair, but she does have some blonde in it. So I think I'll stick over here, and this will be the highlight. And I'll just use this. I grabbed the wrong one. YR21. Actually, I think I'll keep it. Yeah. So then I'll just pull out some browns. So like E33, E35-ish area. And then that'll be the hair. The skin will be the same as I always do. Yeah. Or one of the ones that I always do. Skin. Clothing. I don't really think that matters, but I do need something. So I think I'll do like a blue skirt and white shirt, pink sweater. Sure. Not even sure I've ever seen them wearing a pink sweater, but let's see. RV10. That's really light. 13, 14, 13, 10 could be a combo. Trying to just be really put care, but you know, this isn't going on a wall, so be realistic at the same time. Okay, 14, or maybe, no, I'll still, yeah. 13 and 10. 10. Oh, there's an 11. Where's 11? Oh, it's way over here. It's the color, the tone is different. So here's the 11. Here's where I'm looking in this area, and that's where that is. And the tone is just too different. So I'll stick with the 10. If I can find it. There we go. And I was going to do blue, right? So I'll stick with colors that I know and use a lot. That I use for like jeans and stuff. That'll be good. And then the rest I will just grab because it's just going to be kind of primary colors and grays. So, and I'm going to do the teachers first. And I'll have to come back in with like a black marker after it's colored. Or I might stamp it again. I should have, not thinking, I should have used my stamping thing, so I could go back and add the details after, but I don't have a problem drawing them in. It's just they won't probably be so precise, but that's okay. So I'm going to do one before the other. And what I'm just going to do is kind of outline some of the stuff that I want to cover. And I'm going to do it with this darker marker. And I'm just going to kind of frame and then change. Because the darker would probably be like underneath anyway. So she has like really nice long wavy hair. So I know this this doesn't look 100%. She doesn't have bangs either, but she's going to today. And I mean, I'm a card maker, not a miracle worker. Okay. I'm just going to come through and add some more color in here and kind of fill this up. And I'll leave like the lighter, I'll leave some spots for lighter, but the lighter will be up at the top in a way, kind of. With some highlights in, and then I might go over it again if I need to kind of make it all more cohesive. And I need to blend this piece out here. And just make it a little more realistic. And where is her? Okay. Comes down here. Trying to make sure I don't go over her shoulders. And I will have to kind of go over it again, but at least I'll have a good framework for like that. So I'm gonna go back in. I'm not going to trace like everything. I'm just going to add some more dark in, kind of where it would normally be. So this whole shoulder area will have some going to that. And then the front, I'm not going to add any more like where there's that big clump. And same over here. Like that. And then blend it out so it's not like as chunky, you know. Because the back would be darker anyway, right? The hair that's falling behind. So this is like a kind of a great way to like personalize your stamps. So if they don't quite fit for what you need them for, you can just add to them. And I know that kind of looks a little bit weird. Gonna break up and add some of this brown back in so they don't, it doesn't look as stripy. And then blend it out with the lighter color again. All right, so now I'm going to save the skin for, no, I'm going to do the skin now. I was going to save it for last, but just going to follow where this hair would be. There would be like a natural shadow, and then underneath there would be a shadow. And now with this, like, you can't tell that there was like a microphone there. And I'm just going to kind of draw the nose a little bit so I don't lose it, and add some shadow here, one side of her neck, her hands. I know this doesn't really probably translate too well, but it will. I don't honestly know how much of the stamp you can see. So I'm just trying to add in the shadows, like kind of where they would be. And then I can blend them out. I just realized that I haven't really done a lot of no line coloring in a very long time. I really hope that I'm not going to lose like where the eyes go. I'm desperately trying not to. I'm trying to be really careful so I don't lose that, because that would be a problem. But with this final coat, there's a good chance of it. And then she'll be faceless. I need to wait for that to dry. I might have to, yeah, I'm gonna have to wait for it to dry and then draw it off of this. And multi-liners, and this is small enough. Oh, this one is dead. Okay. How about you? You are not dead. Okay. All right. I need to get more. I have a different brand, but these are actually Copic, and they go with the markers. So, okay, maybe I will use this. And she has an eyebrow. All right, she has eyes. Let me get that first. Sorry about my head. I'm trying to make sure that they're even. And then she has an eyebrow over here. And then a smiling mouth here. And nose. So she looks better with a face, for sure. Sorry about that. The hair and the head in the way. But precision. All right. We'll need that for the next one. So her shirt was going to be white, so I'm just going to take some gray to make the shadows for like the sweater. And gray just actually shows that it's like white, right? Shadow. And I'll blend it out with this lighter color. And then I will go even further, and I'm going to take my colorless blender and blend these edges too. Okay. Pink for the sweater. I hate being like stereotypically girly. I actually have seen them wear pink though, so I'm just kind of tracing the lines of the stamp and adding in the shadow as I go along. So there would be more there, but there would also be some shadow down here, maybe a little up here. I want variation in color, right? So okay. And I didn't trace like the entire thing in this color because I want there to be lighter parts of it too. So I'm going to come in and blend this out. Going for realistic without realism, if that makes any sense. Oh, you know what? I just remembered that I wanted to change a chat setting. And I just remembered right now. And if I don't do it, I'm going to forget. So before I do the next color, let me do that quickly. Stream elements and log in. Chatbot commands. No. User management. No. Modules. New. Oh no. What are all these things? Viewer queue. Okay. Okay. Um, Settings. No hyperlinks. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it. Oh, here we go. I think I've done it. By Jove. All right. I think I fixed what I was supposed to. Time will tell. And now I'm just going to blend all of these together. And this is a much lighter pink, so I kind of have to be careful that I don't take away all of the color that I just put down. I want to blend, not erase. So just going to concentrate where the colors meet and then draw out from there. My dog is under my desk, so if the camera shakes or you hear her, that's what's happening. Like so. Actually think I may need just a little bit of more of like the middle color here. It's more that way in the center, and have the highlights like towards the end here. Yeah. And because it's no line, what I can do is just kind of extend this a little bit too. So that you get a highlight around the edge. Blend this in. Like that, so it's a little bit more colorful. And then blue, 97. This will be my shadow color. It will be at the bottom for sure, and then it will follow the sweater lines and give the shadow for that and the shadow for the shirt. There's like a large, I don't know if you can hear it, there's like a loud rumbling from the equipment outside. I'm going to bring the shadow down a bit so that I can blend it well. I'm going to make it thicker so there's more to use to blend. And then I'm going to come up inside of this line here. And then a little bit more here at the bottom. Yeah, maybe come just down a little bit there, and then I can blend that out. So that's 97, 95. So it's just going to slowly get thicker. should be hopefully fairly slowly. Anyway. Connect those lines. And I'm just roughing up the so they're not like straight lines that I need to blend into. And the more colors you use, the easier it is to get a nice smooth transition. And then I'm going to use the highlight color here on the side, and I need to go over everything. There'll be a highlight here, but I will go over all of this as well and just blend in kind of where it meets to give it like, oh, so it's not just one flat color. And then her shoes, I guess I'll just make them pink. I don't know. And I'm just going to put this darkest one at the bottom here, and then there's not really going to be room for all three colors, so I'll just use this medium and fill it in. All right. Oh, welcome, darling. I am making teacher cards for the teachers. Because even though I've known summer vacation has been coming, I haven't actually acted on it. Because as you know, the last week plus has been crazy. And right, so I'm doing them today. So I'm making for the 2 teachers and 1 of the assistants. And that is the first teacher done. And I'm gonna create a background after. So then here is the second teacher. And okay. I was going to use the 3 kind of blonde colors, and now this one, if you're just joining us, this is what the stamp looks like, and I stamped it in fade out no line coloring ink, so it's really, really light. You may or may not be able to see it. I can see it kind of barely. And in this stamp, this is for like the stamp set is for like virtual teachers for like during COVID. So she has a headset on and with a microphone, and I need to cover that, which is why I'm doing like a no line coloring for it, because then I can manipulate the image like I did this one and take away the headset just by adding more to it. I'm getting a thing saying that it's buffering, and I'm not really sure. I'm not skipping any frames or losing any frames, so I don't know what's happening, but it doesn't look right. Is that looking okay for you? Or is it acting weird? Um, my internet is good. My CPU is good. Seems okay. Okay, thanks. Hi, Happy Camper. Thank you for letting me know. So with this one, I'm going to change her hair is, oh, you can't see the lady. Wonderful. Awesome. She's really light. It's not done like in a black ink, and I'm just going to adjust how it looks, change the hair, and take away that microphone. And I'm trying to base them off of my son's teachers. So actually, I think I'm going to use the lightest color, and I'm just going to kind of trace where I want the hair to go and follow it down. This teacher has straight hair, so it'll come up and around like this and then just straight down. And I'm going to fill this in with the lightest color, and then I can go backwards a few times and color in the rest. She doesn't really have these kind of like bangs either, but I think I can make it work. So that's the goal anyway. Now is that even? No. Her hair's not that long either, but now it is. It's just a time thing and how compression works. If a lot changes in the image, then we can't, and she's blurry, but if the page stays still for a few seconds, it resolves. Okay, thanks. In my preview, it was doing some like slow motion thing. And I had no idea if that was what you guys were seeing as well, or if it was just me. Like, it could be my computer. They are doing work outside my house. So, you know, maybe they're disturbing a line, or I don't know. But thank you for letting me know, because the information is valuable to me. So like when the page moves around, she goes blurry for a sec if your hand goes over her, but if she is still for about 3 seconds. Okay. I'll try to remember that. It's I color like a certain way, and I always move the image the way I need it, so I'll try and do it a little bit slower. Now I'm just gonna add in some of the shadow, and the shadow is gonna frame and be most of like the hair back here, and but not all of it. I'll be in and out lurking in the background, so if I don't respond, sorry. No worries. Just the fact that you've written a couple times has been helpful, so thanks. Whatever you need to do. Oh. So that'll be the shadow color, and then I'm going to come in with this kind of more blonde, because this teacher is really blonde, and I'm going to go over and tone down this shadow a bit. Lighten it up, and just so it like kind of melds better with the image, and it's not as kind of orangey. It'd be like a proper blonde ashy kind of color. And then I'll come in with the highlight again and just lighten everything up. But right now you can't tell that there were headphones, so that was my goal. She just looks like she has straight blonde hair. Don't worry about it. It's not any trouble, but if you're hoping to show something in the image to use, then a brief pause will do the trick. That is really good. I try sometimes when I want to show close-ups, like to bring the image closer and then focus with the camera. to show like some, detail, but this really won't have too much, kind of, I think it'll look better, obviously, if I do that, but I would change your workflow to uh, wouldn't change my workflow to compensate, is what you're trying to say. Thank you. I will try not to, but I want to keep those things in mind too, because if you're not having a good time watching, then I'm already failing, right? So I'll still move when I need to. I'll just maybe try and do it slower and have some more pauses so that everything catches up. Okay. So that's her hair, and I'm gonna let that dry. It's really quite wet still. So it'll soften a bit and hopefully become more cohesive. And if I need to go back, I will. But now she has straight blonde hair, which is what the teacher has, and she no longer has headphones. So goal 1 solved. And I'm going to do the skin, and then I'll have to draw in her face like I did with the other one. And she will have the same kind of shadows around her hairline. And also at the bottom here. And this is where the microphone goes away with this shadow there. And a little shadow for her nose. And then I have to draw in her hands. So really what I'm just trying to do is, these are what her hands look like in the stamp. You can probably see those a lot better. So I'm just trying to get the separation with this shadow marker so that you can tell there are fingers there without doing like the whole thing. So I'm just going to have some little lines just to show that there's separation, and a thumb. And then I'll kind of trace the bottom where there would be a shadow where it meets the clothes anyway, or where it's facing away from the light. And because this is no line coloring, which is what we call this, I'm just going to try and emphasize a little bit more some of the aspects of it. So it won't be exact, but I mean, the image is so small you wouldn't know if there was different colors in the thumb. I'm just thankful that you can tell there's a thumb there. Nope, I'm not done. Legs. Okay. So I'm doing either side here and shadow where the skirt would be. And I will just add another little line on either side for to show it's a rounded object. And then where her skin meets the shoes, there'll be a shadow there too. So then I'm gonna blend it out, and this is this kind of scary part, because if you blend too much or if you add too much ink, you'll lose completely the place where the eyes, mouth are. So I'm trying to be very careful, not wipe away what I need to figure out, but as soon as it's done, I can just draw it in and continue. Little shadow for her nose. To me, it looks like really spooky at this one, like at this stage, because you can't really see. So it just looks weird. I think I need to adjust this light just a tad because it's pointing more like at my face than on the paper. And oh, that's so much better. It's getting a shadow covering where I was coloring. So I just didn't set it up right. As I said earlier, I just came from a meeting, end of year thing for my son at school, and I did not have time to do. I just kind of threw things together because life happens. Just blending out the shadow, but leaving room for some highlight, which will be this last one. All right. I'm trying to kind of like blend and lightly but quickly. Speed actually has nothing to do with it whatsoever, but I'm just so paranoid about losing those lines. It's so easy to lose them. These are all done, so it matters not as much. And down here, I've kind of lost the lines, but I can follow based on my where I put the shadow and where the shoes are. All right, I just need this base to dry a little bit. It's when it's wet and you hold it up to the light, it kind of glows. There's a picture on my Instagram that really shows that, the difference between let's see if I can find it and placed it in there. The difference between wet ink and dry ink and how it looks when you hold it up to the light. It's actually really cool. I was fascinated by it. Maybe you won't be, I don't know. I have a lot of pictures. More Christmas stuff than literally anything else. I thought I put it on Instagram, didn't I? Okay, we're at like 3 or 4 Christmases ago. Maybe I didn't. Coloring challenges. Class stuff. Random cards. All the Christmas. I love Christmas. I was actually thinking that I would soon be doing some Christmas cards just because I want to get the design set so that I have time to color them. I thought I had put it on here. Oh, there's my puppies. But I've either gone by it. Yeah, I think. Let me go back up. I guess I didn't, which is a shame because it was really, really interesting. At least I thought it was. Oh no. I see the one picture that I posted of that coloring, but yeah, I didn't, I guess. Oh, that's a bummer. Oh well. Okay, but that should be dry now. And it is. So I need to, I'm just going to use the stamp. So that I know where everything is. And I'm going to have to put my head in the way because this is really close-up work. One more thing, just the mouth. Okay. It's a little tilted, but it's okay. It's a face. And she didn't have one before, so that's good. All right, so now I'm going to just go back and do the same thing with the clothes. So pink sweater. Oh, I think I'll do the white shirt first, then just add the shadows for that. And then blend them out. And then I can do the sweater. These are just light, cool gray colors. And then I'm going over it with my blender so that they, you know, that you can see there's a shadow, but it's really faded and the color doesn't actually change the white shirt. So yeah, so it's nice and soft like that one. And I don't know if you can even see the shadow on that, but I can do a close-up after. So now I have to follow where the shadows would be in this arm area because her arms are bent, right? So that would be darker. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to follow the line with this darker color and make a separation there so you can see the difference between the front part and her arms. And I think I'll go back after, like I did with this one, with the lighter one, and just extend it a tiny, tiny bit. So yeah, that'll do. I need to add just a little bit darker there so I can actually blend it out. Cute. Thank you. And since I went back and added more of this color, I'm just going to add it now to get it in there. And have the highlight be more towards like the outside of the image. And if I really wanted to be like 100% correct on this, I would draw in like shadows for like her breasts to show that she has them, but that's not the kind of realism I'm looking to achieve here. So, no boobs for you. And then this is the lighter color, and I will bring everything together. Do the same thing and just add a tiny bit of the lightest color on the outside, since that would, it's like an edge that would have some light showing off of it. So, and blue. Oh, I forgot the shoes again. I'll do them after. So the darkest color will be here. And I'm going in kind of thin now just so I can get like the shape down, and then I'll thicken it so that I have more ink to blend with. And I always think that the shadow on the bottom of clothes is like kind of like a realistic thing. And then I think I'll add, I'm just slightly curving this line this time instead of it being so straight. So now I'll thicken this up, and that just gives me more ink to blend with. And then here, I'm going to come up as well. These lines don't really need to be thicker because they're just kind of showing shape. And I have 4 colors to play with, so I can really kind of emphasize it there. in a 4-color combo, you can kind of choose like which you want the like real color of the object to be, and I would use this one, the second lightest. So now it just will follow the lines and kind of soften so the shape line is not so harsh. And I'll go over everything with this lighter color as well, and just so that it blends better. So you can still tell that there's shape, and then when you go over everything, you won't have any of those lines from showing one color to the next. I mean, you'll have a line there, but if I put a lighter color just on top and nowhere else, then you would see where the lighter color is, and then also on either side of it 2 ink lines of where this ink stops touching. So to fix that, you just go over everything, and then it also blends better. And these are all in the same family, so they're kind of meant to work together. And then I'll do the same thing with the shoes, and hopefully I'll do a better job this time. Probably not, but one can try, right? Sorry about the head. Oh, I went a little bit too far on this one, but I will just take my skin color and extend the foot a little bit to fill it in. This is the kind of like nitpicky stuff that kind of drives me crazy. That literally nobody else notices. So I'm not really sure why I do that to myself, but I do. Okay, so these 2 teachers are now done, and I'm going to figure out the background. So I'm going to have my sentiment on the bottom. This is a very uninteresting picture of my arm. This is the sketch that I drew at the beginning to kind of figure out how I was going to do everything. And so I'm going to take my lightest gray, and I'm just going to draw out the whiteboard. I need to leave room for a bookshelf here, and then the signs up at the top. And I'm trying not to be too crazy precise. I didn't pull out a ruler, so it will kind of end behind her. So yeah, you can see that. So that'll be like the whiteboard area, and then I'll just take this. This is such a light gray, and I'm going to go over it, and I'll just draw some boxes for the signs, and hopefully they'll be somewhat straight, uniform in size, etc. I'm not really gonna lose it if they're too big or not even. and I am going to go over them with other colors, so they'll disappear. So that's basically it. I'm not doing a lot of drawing. Just a little bit, just to make it kind of interesting and school related. And I want to do the same thing over here, kind of leaving the same amount of space. And having it come about there. Maybe I didn't do this one exactly the same, doesn't matter. It's hand drawn for the most part, so that's like what makes it special, right? I should take more time though to make these a little bit more consistent. All right, so that's going to be, that's the kind of sketch on here, and then I'll take this bookshelf, and I'm not doing this in no line coloring. I'm just going to use black because I have no interest in that much work for such a small, tiny little stamp. I'm just going to, okay, thought I got too much ink. I wanted to get some off, and yeah, I just wanted, sorry, my head again. Actually, I think I'll do two of them. They will be identical, but kind of fills up the space. And they do actually have two sets of shells next to the whiteboard. Just color the books in different. Like that. Sorry about the head. Sometimes it cannot be helped. All right, let's clean. Got both of those. And so now I'm just going to grab grays and primary colors and color everything in. And then these two cards will be done. And then I can work on the next one, which is here. So let me put these away. I saw a thing yesterday that was talking about the color cyan, and it said that you could tell what generation someone was from by what they called that color. The acrylic block and stamp is just a super clever idea. Yeah. Oh, yes. I can't draw. I can't draw. I know, you know, I can do small things, and I can manipulate some things, but I can't do this and have it like really look good. So stamps are awesome for me. Like, imagine the first person that thought of it would have been like, I'm a genius, right? And they are. I mean, I am able to make so much because people make these things. I can't actually tell you how many sets of these I have. We'll just say that it's a problem. And I can make cards for virtually any occasion with some kind of stamp. Sorry. Yeah. So they are a genius. I'm thankful and really happy. Was I saying something? I don't remember. Oops. Okay. So primary colors, right, and grays. So I'm going to pull out some darker grays. I think generally when I color with like a lot of grays, I like to go 2 in between the number. I feel like you get a better transition. Like, and also this is pretty small. If you're doing anime and you're doing a full size piece, then using like C5, C4, C3, C2, C1, C0, whatever, that's probably like when you have the room, that's the way to go. But I don't have the room, so I always skip in between one. So, and I kind of get the same result, but it's a smaller scale, so it's works pretty well. So I'm going to use cool grays for the whiteboard because I don't know how else you really show a whiteboard. And I need to figure out also what to draw on the whiteboard. That's a good question, right? I do have some images in this stamp set, which I'm using for the other one. Maybe I could just put an apple there or a pencil. Well, I think the apple would be nice, actually. So I'll draw those in, and then I could potentially put that in there. Maybe I'll just write, but I don't like my handwriting, so. All right, primary colors. And they dang well are, right? It's always a few short of just enough. Isn't it, though? It's with everything, isn't it? It's so true. I'm only going to take two colors, and I'll make the medium color by blending the two together. So I'm going to take like a darker red and then like a lighter red so that they're not I lost my train of thought. You can have some shadow and some highlight, but it's not going to be as detailed as normal. So I'm going to take R29, and then I think I will go with R14. Or maybe no. Maybe R24. It actually doesn't look that different. But I think R14 is going to be better. So this will be the red combination. Yellow. I think I'm going to go a little bit darker into like a brighter. So maybe a Y18 into like a 4 or 2. If I can find them. Yep. Green. Like a G19 into a G05, G09 into a G05. Or a G14. Yeah, I think I'll go lighter with the G14. So I'll do the 19 and the 14. And then I think I have room for a couple of blues. So I might go, oh, that's what I was talking about. The cyan thing. Just looking at the color reminded me. So you can tell what generation you are by what you call the color cyan. I think if you're past 2000, you'll call it cyan. If you are between like, I don't know, like the 80s and 2000, you'll call it teal. And if you're prior to that, you'll call it turquoise. and it's all the same color, and it just depends on what generation you were brought up in. And everyone knows all of the colors and knows that they're, well, I think everyone knows all of the colors and knows that they're the same color. But I never thought about it before. And when someone put it so clearly out there, you know, cyan, turquoise, teal, and then turquoise, I was like, oh. Well, I'm really old because I call it turquoise, but, or teal. I use both of those. I hardly ever call it cyan unless I'm talking about like a laser printer with for like CMYK printing or something. I don't ever call it cyan. So I thought that was really interesting. Now back to color management. I'm gonna go with like a nice blue like this, so like a B18 and then a B14. Um, and then I will also pick a color in here and a purple. And I don't actually know how many I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's perfect. So I think I'll go with the BG49 because it's my favorite teal color. And these are very light, so I'm going to stay very close because there's a huge difference between these two colors. So I think I'll do those two colors actually. $49 and $15. And then a purple. And a nice purple. I don't want like a bluish one, so I'm going to do the V09, and then I'm going to have to come up to like a V06, I think. Hi, Alexa. How long did it take you to get all the colors? It took me a couple years, actually. Took me a couple of years because, as you know, if you know them, Copics, they're quite expensive. And one of the things that I did was I bought a lot used. So people who were coloring and then were just selling what they had, that got me a lot. Because the great thing about this marker is it's refillable, but you can also change the nibs. So even if they're used, you just need a few pieces and you have a brand new marker. So I actually bought a lot of them used, just from people who are selling them locally or on a scrapping group or something. I still haven't filled out my grays, but honestly, I don't think I ever will. I have a lot, and I'm not missing any of these colors, so I probably will actually not have a full collection. But it really opens it up when you have all of them or a lot of them. You can do a lot more. I remember being really frustrated in the beginning because I was so limited. I needed a certain type, certain tone, certain level of color, and I didn't have it, and it kind of frustrated me. So it was, yeah, it was frustrating until I got a lot more. I got my first a couple of months ago. Yeah, I saw filling out the color chart is it's one of my favorite things to do, and you have to do it every couple of years or so. The trick I'll give you is when these blue violets over here kind of look more pinky than blue, then it's time to recolor your chart because what you're looking at is not the actual color and it has faded. So a little tip for you on when and how often to color your Copic color chart. Okay, so I'm noticing here that I did not draw this straight, but I did draw it light enough that it's not going to make a difference. So just I'm lining it up on my board here so I have a straight line, and then I'm going to do my best to actually draw a straight line. And I think I'm going to come down and try and follow like this line here. And it's in a darker color, so I'm going to try and be very careful. It doesn't have to be exactly precise, but it was quite tilted. So the board will just be a little bit bigger. I still haven't grabbed a ruler though, so I'm not doing too bad as far as banality. Teal color, so young, so youthful. Oh no, what have you done? I am looking up stamps now. Save yourself. Do not look up stamps. Don't do it. I do not recommend. 0 out of 10. Don't recommend. Don't do it. It's a slippery slope. And then the next thing you know, you're trying to find something and you need a database. So don't. Or if you are going to get into stamps, look at digital stamps because those are easier. You can print them out and color them and do what you want and manipulate them like, in a scene or something. Stay away from clear stamps. It's a very expensive expenditure. No stamps for you. I cannot be unseen. Oh no. Yeah. It's a problem. All right. So there's going to be the whiteboard. And then I'm going to blend it in on each other. So I'm just going to use these markers and just softly come out a little bit past where this line is, and it's going to blend in towards the whiteboard. So it's actually going to end up being like the frame of the whiteboard and the shadow on the wall at the same time. And normally I would put in care about a shadow behind her, but I'm actually not going to do that this time. I'm going to let her be. Yeah. But I am going to do a 4-color blend so I can get it down so it's just white after it. I never thought of printing out coloring book. Yeah. Never thought of printing out coloring book pages and coloring from digital instead. Why did I never think of this? A lot of people didn't know that they existed. So, I don't know. Were those stars on purpose or did you get like, I don't know, like edited or moderated? I think you can swear in here. if that's what that is. You are one of today's lucky 10,000. Who, me? I don't know what that means. You'll have to help a girl out. And as I go in, I'm making the shadow thicker so that I can soften it. I have room to blend it out. I've not done this before, so I don't know actually how it will come out, but I think it will come out okay. I think it will do what I need. And is it... Oh no, it's still not straight. Oh well. I posted a link. Oh. I thought I just shut that off. Hold on. Let me take a look. Stream channel moderation. I have filtering, I did no filtering on swearing. I do have filtering on like racism, bullying, that kind of stuff, misogyny. But that's the auto mod. Where's the other stuff? Oh, I did not shut it off. Okay, now it's off. My overall safety rating has gone red. That's okay. You can post it again now. The synopsis is that for everything that everyone knows, there are on average 10,000 people in the US hearing about it for the first time. That is not surprising. Not surprising at all. Digital stamps, though, like, unless you're really, like, in the, I don't know, in the business, for lack of a better word, not a lot of people know that they exist. So now I'm taking my colorless blender and I'm going to blend out that line where the lightest gray is and then just go over everything so that I don't have a line from where I blended. I think it is soon time to put some ink in this marker. Oh no, decided to work again. Okay. So it just softens out and makes it look a little smoother. So, like that. And it's still crooked, but, you know, it's going to be crooked because that's just it. So I'm going to take some of these random colors and just color in the books. I should probably get a brown. I will take this one and just color the shelf. Nothing fancy, just one color. It's too thin to want to do anything with it. I'll keep that out though. And then randomly grabbing and just filling in. Link deleted. Now what? I shut that off. Do I have to save? No, I don't think so. Moderator, tools, unban. Let me check Stream Elements. Me, settings. Sorry. Chatbot. Is it spam filters? Caps. Okay. No, link protection is off. I don't know why that doesn't go through. It's off on both Twitch and as Stream Elements. So can you whisper to me and I can put it in there? Can try that. Do you get whispers when you're streaming? Like, does it come up in the thing? I don't know. Well, try that. Whisper it to me and I'll see if I can get that. And then I'll post it in there. I don't know why that's not working though. Unless I need to like reset or log back into Twitch or something. I struggle sometimes with this stuff. Not sure if you noticed. All right. So these primary colors are just going to be for the books. And then for these signs up at the top. And then I'll stamp the sentiment and these will be done. And I'll move on to the other ones. And it's all good. Don't worry about it. You have the punchline anyway. True. I don't know why it's not working though. So that I need to kind of research. Maybe I needed to, it was off in one place but not another, and I don't know. Maybe I need to log back out and do that thing. I need to make sure I put some red in here. Right? Next color, red. Red and blue go very nicely together. Red and teal do not. I'd take an orange. I think I'll just pick one. First one I pull. Because orange and teal. They're not so bad a combo. Think like pumpkin, kind of orange and green. All right, and then I have, sometimes I might miss whispers. I know my noises were not working the other night. I don't have any noises. I have my, all the noises in the browser shut off. So if it does make a noise, I was hoping like it would have like a pop-up or something. You know. Okay, so now I'm just going to go through some of the colors, probably in rainbow order, because I like how I like to roll. And I'm going to try and draw straight boxes. I do not think that I will be successful, but And I'm coming up with a darker color so that I can use the lighter one to blend this out and then kind of create a medium color that meets in the middle. So if you don't have like all three colors that you need, you can do that as well. So you can get a transition, somewhat of a transition. And I'm just going to, I think, draw like A's and B's and whatever with black after, because I'm already feeling kind of done with this. So I'm aiming just for straight. If you hear noises, I'm sorry. They are doing construction outside, making a new road close enough to my house where it shakes it. And I hear an awful rumbling, and I'm hoping that my mic is good enough that you do not also get the rumbling. Brutal. Green. And these are just going to be like alphabet cards, you know. I'm trying to stay straight and somewhat uniform in color. I'm not really going for perfection, but I would still like it to look nice. Sorry, I think I need some water. And I can see that they are tilted, but I guess that fits with the card, and they're getting smaller. So, c'est la vie. It'll be like no other card they've ever seen. Can you guys hear that that rumbling? It's brutal for me, but I'm really hoping that you cannot hear it. I am located in Norway, and I do have a regular dream schedule. It's on Tuesdays and Fridays from 12:30 my time to 3:30, 4-ish o'clock. Usually it involves some kind of picking up of the child, and that's why I have to stop. But I don't know, it depends on where you are in Canada, what that is. So I am 6 hours, 6 hours different, 6 hours ahead from Eastern Standard Time. So 6:30 in the morning, like Boston, New York time. Nothing on your, oh, thank God. It's really like ridiculously horrible. They're building a new street. My town is expanding, and they are building some like new houses like way over there. And they need a new street to get there. And they're not even like right next to the house. There's a bit of space, but it doesn't matter because the machines are so loud. I can't have the window open right now or when I stream or anything. All right. So now I don't like my handwriting, but I'm just going to very simply write in some ABCs. I think I'm actually going to use white pen on the purple because it's so dark. I should have thought about that, but I didn't. So I just need to find a solution. And white will be a good solution. There we go. New Brunswick. I know where that is. Really hot there today. It's warm here too. It's 19 degrees, so which is good for here. All right. This is all kinds of wonky, and I'm okay with that. It is a handmade card. So I think I am going to stamp the apple in there and then just color it kind of quickly. Not care too much about it. And where did my, here. Just so it adds a little bit more to it. I'll need it for the next one, so I'll leave it out. And then I'm going to take a couple of these colors and just kind of gonna go like this. I've been only to Sweden for like 8 hours on a plane layover. That is about it for me in that area. I was visiting Poland about 25 years ago. I've not been to Poland, actually. I know a couple of people from Poland, but I have not yet gone myself. And Stockholm is nice, I guess. I don't really know too much about it. blending in these colors a bit. It took me that long to work out how to whisper. I wouldn't know how to do it either. Click on a person's name, hit the whisper button. I play Overwatch, a computer game. Have streamed in the past, but only like 3 to 4 times with friends while they were stuck without entertainment. What is Overwatch? Is that like a shoot 'em up game or my friend and I play Minecraft a lot. When we can. When we're streaming and we can't like be together or something, we'll stream Minecraft. We have another channel that's like a just chatting channel. And so we've played over there a couple times. Thankfully, this was more like in COVID time. But I'll have to look up Overwatch. Maybe it's something that we would like to play. She now has me learning Skyrim. And before, and she's also playing Assassin's Creed. She is the newest one, but I don't have it yet, so. Yeah. Oh, I'm writing in English. Son of a bitch. That should be an E for Norwegian. Oopsie. Maybe I can add it in. I'm going to have to, right? I mean, we are in Norway. They do learn English in school, so yeah. Now you will all learn that apple in Norwegian, I hope I spelled it right, is eple. I probably didn't spell it right though. Let me see. I did spell it right. Hooray. Okay. English, Norwegian. There we go. I'm going to call this card done after I give her a little bit of shadow on the floor. And I mean just a little. Make this thicker and then blend out with my colorless blender so it gets all nice and fadey. And that's one. And I have an hour to do this one, which will go quicker now that I have a template, and then the other trainer card, which shouldn't be as much. Let's yes, but I don't think has typed recently. Oh, so it took me some time to get to a screen that had her name. My name is Dawn, by the way. D-A-W-N. I think I have it somewhere, but I'm not sure if I don't like open it up every day and when I stream and say, oh hey, it's Dawn, everybody. I probably should, huh? That'd be a good idea. Skyrim is a much better choice. I'm not sure that I agree with you on that yet. I played and I stole and I didn't know you weren't supposed to steal. Like, I didn't understand the game at all. And I died like a lot. And then I got killed by a wolf. And then I went by a windmill and I died and I gave up. So, recently my friend has come over because she really wants me to play this game, and she's come over and helped me to understand it better. So I'm not still 100% sold, but I'm going to give it another try. I started a new game, and she guided me through and explained some stuff. So hopefully it'll go better this time, and I won't die nearly as much. And how straight is that? Not really straight at all. Okay. Try and fix this. Just a little bit of fixing. Okay. Then it is a clicked a little to people icon. It lists everyone in chat. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever even looked at that. Like when I'm watching somebody stream. If you like co-op games, Pico Park is really great. Cute game you could play with your niece or your friends. Yeah. I'll take a look at that. Pico Park. Thanks. I got in the end, but despite having a bachelor's in computing, I'm not a social media literate. Yeah, you and me both. I hate social media. Hate it, hate it, hate it. I don't mind this streaming because that's I feel like I'm more trying to inspire than like earn a living or like, any of that stuff. So, at least that's my goal. So, more casual about it, but I don't like any of the other social medias at all. Okay, just had to check something there. Nope, not Dawn. You were cards and collars. No one will ever know. I don't even know how you get all these little emotes. How did you see the inside of my head? That's cute. All right. So me getting back to this stuff, I am just gonna duplicate because he has two teachers, my son does, and they will both get a card, and I can't really show favoritism, so they'll get the same card. And then the assistant will get a cuter card. Everything is okay. As a 30 plus male, Pico Park is also fun with my friends too. Oh, you're a male. I actually assumed that you were female. I'm sorry about that. I have not had other that I know of males come in and chat, and I very much appreciate it. I keep forgetting to post my finished items on Instagram. You need 50 followers in a stream and stream so many hours. Yeah, I know. I would like to get more followers. It's a goal, but not like for the monetizing aspect of it. I guess Somebody told me that there was more like options than you can do, like buffering and stuff like that. And so I'd like more followers for that, but I'm not actually willing to go out and do anything on social media to get more followers. So need to go get ready for work. Lurk, have a great day. You also have a great day. My day is almost kind of overish. After I finish these up, I need to go get my kid and then cook dinner, do homework, that kind of stuff. So this one is obviously going to have a much bigger shadow border than the other one, and that's quite okay. All right. Look at people making friends in the chat room. Oh, I love it. Ooh, I really think this needs some more ink. Oh. I think I need to refill this, but I think maybe I can get away. Maybe not. We'll see. It's all about the emotes. Or you get more emotes when you get followers? I don't know. Is that what happens? I need like a social media manager, Twitch manager. Anyone up for the job? This definitely needs more ink. Let me see if I have any. Watch out, see me. Oh, I'm on the last of my refill, so I have to add that to the list. So, are you an artist as well, Happy Camper? Do you make the things or just like watching the things being made? There we go. Normally crochet and have a general interest in craft. I think in truth I'm just addicted to stationery like some kind of dragon who hoards craft supplies. I can relate. Oh my god, can I relate? Yes. I think that is a thing. Social media manager. Haha. Yeah, I need one. I need one. This 2 cents in a drive, that's the other channel that I stream from, and it's a just chatting channel with my friend on the other side, Guna. So she hears me complaining all the time, and she helps me out and does like moderation and stuff. All right, I am going to give an intro. Not knowing how to whisper, I do not qualify. Well, I can type something in the chat so you can see what she was talking about. And I'm going to try and do this one a little bit differently so that I do have the room for the words. So just put that there. Here. There you go. And now you can try what she said with the, you have to like, what, right click on something? Nope. Click on. Yes, there you go. If you click on the name, And then there's a whisper. You have a badge. OWL All Access Pass 2019. I don't know what that means, but it looks cool. There you go. All right, on to this card, and I'm actually just going to color. I'm going to just do the same thing because I don't want to bother with much else. So I've hit the point where this card is no longer fun. And so I just want to get it done now. Plus I still have another card and somewhat limited time-ish. So, although that one's going to be not so bad, I guess. I was trying to find a picture of the school, like the front entrance of the school, and I couldn't find one. Success. Do I what? I'm confused now. It doesn't take much. It really doesn't take much. Oh, the badge. I remembered. Holy crap. Yes. Yeah, you have it says it when you click on your name. Yep. But I could not find a picture like just of the front entrance of the school. Because I have another card planned. I don't know if you were here. You might not have been here in the beginning. For his assistant. And it's going to be, I can snap you one today. Yeah. It's I don't know if you can see that, and I don't know if you can see that either. It's just a little bear, this guy with a backpack. And the sketch is he's just going to be like, coming into school. And I think I've got the shape. I just wanted a corner of it. I think I've got the shape, but it was impossible to find like just a straight on picture from this angle. So why are you going to the school today? Oh, you have the summer Auflassning, huh? I think. Something like that. I think that's today. Right. You would think with as scatterbrained as I get that I would be like a stereotypical blonde, but you would be wrong. I am the exception to the stereotype rule there. But I am equally as scatterbrained as the stereotype says. So, be right back? Sure. I will be here. Still chatting away and coloring books. Might have moved up to the signs by then. That goes there. This goes here. And sure, it can go there and there too. Sure, and there. There you go. All right. Nope, no Aufschlittning. That's tomorrow, but I do. Yeah, well, I know. I think I've got the shape right. It has that weird like thing, right? Can you see that? I don't even need to wait till it shows up on my screen. But does it have this like shape? Did I get that right? Let me know. You know, it's not like I don't look at the building every day. That looks exactly right. Good. I drew that just based on like some angle photos that were up there. But yeah, they don't actually have a photo anywhere of the school just like that. I tried Google, I tried its website, you know, the Comuna website. I tried reviews, which by the way, it has 7 Google reviews. Did I? Yeah. But I just wanted to do like kind of a silhouette type of thing. I'm not going super detailed with it, but just so it's recognizable as the school. I am super excited for next weekend. My wife and I are doing some bookbinding following a tutorial online. It looks so satisfying. Really? That sounds satisfying. Are you doing it with like sewing? You must be, right? I don't know how else you. Well, no, I guess you could do the gluing method, but I imagine that you're doing more like old school kind of sewing, right? I know, see me, but you can't leave yet because I'm not done. My dog came in with me today and now she does not want to be here, but she does not get that choice. Doesn't mean she's going to stop asking though. Bookbinding is awesome, right? I have seen a few YouTube videos on it. And there was like a class that I took that had a couple of different bookbinding tutorials, but it was more for like sketchbooks, so it wasn't like a proper kind of bookbinding thing. Have you ever tried it, Gunna? I'm a little excited for next weekend too. If I have actual my weekend straight. This week my friend's leaving me, so in a couple of days she'll be dead to me for a little bit. She's going and traveling to Iceland to see her family, which is fine. It's fine. But I lose my partner in crime. So I'm not, for a month, by the way, a whole month. So I'm not thrilled about that. But the next weekend, my husband and my son are flying to his hometown to visit like his grandmother and his parents and stuff. And I am staying home. I will have Guna's dog with me and my dog, and it'll just be the three of us. I have the house to myself, which I honestly can't remember if that's happened before. I don't think so, not since we had a kid. Bookbinding is awesome. Oh, you have? My mother had to learn it and made me do it with her when I was a young 20 something. I didn't appreciate it then, but I do now. Sweet. Maybe you can share some tips with Happy Camper. I made these boxes a different size than the other ones, completely unintentionally, but now I can add in the other color, the teal, cyan, turquoise color. I have room for it on this one. So are you going somewhere to learn the bookbinding, or is it a tutorial like at home? Oh yeah, online, right? Yeah. A change is as good as a holiday, and it will be a nice change. It will be. I've already had a discussion with my husband, and I will be ordering takeout the entire time they're gone. I'm going to sleep in my bed without a kid's foot in a place that shouldn't be a kid's foot. I'll probably have dueling dogs, but don't care about that at all. So, yeah, it's really just the takeout that I'm most excited about, that I don't have to cook. Well, in the quiet. I have dreams of cleaning, but we're going to just play it by ear and see what happens. May not come to fruition. I have dreams of napping whenever I want. Also may not come to fruition, but I don't know. Home Alone, I'm not sure that I've been home alone, like overnight by myself. My husband has gone away, but my son's always been here. So yeah, I am looking forward to it too. Dead to you. I'll be your zombie friend when I get back. I told her, I've threatened her now that I'm going to, I have to look up the name of that song and the name of the movie, but that iconic scene where John Cusack is holding up the radio with the song on it, I'm going to do that to her just because I can. A little bit to horrify her husband too, but mostly just because it can. When I pick her up at the airport when she comes back. Make sure that everyone's gone to the bathroom first. Yeah, that's my plan. I don't think I was good enough for any tip givings. Okay. Tips giving. I butchered that one. So if you're around Happy Camper, we do a just chatting on Mondays and Thursdays. And we either drive around, or hence the name, or we're in one of our kitchens just making something, or just sitting and talking and laughing. All right, almost done, and I'm happy about that. This is where it feels like my delay has it seems that I've had a couple of blips where I've dropped some frames. So I hope everything looks okay. All right. If something doesn't make sense, let me know. And I need to use my white gel pen for the purple. And then I need to just write a little bit smaller this time so that everything fits. Do A and E. Okay, and some shadow. And then these two cards are, oh, no, I gotta stamp the sentiment. I'm not gonna worry, I'll do that at the end if I have time. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I want to get the other one colored first. It's my bigger priority. And there we go. 2 teacher cards, and it will have this sentiment on it after a bit, after I do the coloring of the other one. And I need to put all of these away before I figure out what we're doing for the next one. Yellow. I think they came out pretty cute though. Pretty happy with them. And I think they'll be appreciated. Right? And they're personalized. So I like it. And now my bear and my sketch. Okay, so I'm going to pick some blues. I'm going to put this apple away because I don't need it anymore. And I'm going to pick some blues and browns for this bear. And then I need to, again, to look and see what colors there's. I think it's just brick, right? But what? I went into Google and it opened, leave the page. Went into my mail. Yep. Okay. So I think it's just brick. Oh, go here. Yes. Oh, it has some brown. Okay. No, black and a gray roof. Well, I like the roof. That's good, but I'm probably not going to draw that. They are gonna love them. Ah, thank you. I think they look cute, right? They'll do. All right, so I need brick color, and a variation of brick coloring, and it looks like black for like this weird kind of section here. I'll probably pick just like a dark brown though. So I need brick colors. Could be a little bit of all of these. Do I have a... No. Oh, you know what? I do have... I don't think I can get it though right now. All right, doesn't matter. So I'm going to just pick a couple of colors for bricks. So I'm going to go with an R39, and that'll be like a darker brick or a darker spot in a brick. And there's no like really good maroon kind of colors, like light maroon colors. I'm looking over here, but maybe like around here. E07. I want to look at that E17 too. I can do some E09 as well. Maybe these are... Let's check this one out. That's more brownish than like maroonish. That would be like a nice maroon, like a light color. Yeah, actually I think those three together would be pretty good. And maybe some of this color just as like darker. I think that's what we'll do. Those will be the bricks. And I'm not drawing each individual brick. I'm giving the illusion of bricks with colors. And I want a dark brown for that. So maybe like an E49, which would be, yeah, that. And brown for the bear. Oh yeah, brown and blue. So I want a brighter blue. So I'm going to do 642 for that. And for the brown for the bear, I like kind of these tawny colors. I think I want an E97 for the highlight. Can blend to E99. And then I can use like a darker, like an E29. That's maybe too dark. maybe, I guess I could do an E37. I did want more of like a redder color, but maybe I should do more tawny. What do you guys think? Do you have any opinions? Could do an E15 for a nice highlight color too. And do a 70. That's a lot of the same brown though. I want it like a lighter color. So maybe a 39, 35, 33. 39, 35, 33, maybe even a 31. It's kind of like a fat little bear, right? Let me switch it. So it might have more room for coloring, so I could do, I think I'll stay in the 30s, I guess. It'll be good. Ish. What did I say though? Again? 39, not a 37, a 35. $39, $35, $33, $31. That's what I'm going to do. My watch is telling me that it's time to stream. And I think it's just because I didn't shut it off from earlier. All right. And then I'll get into some grays for like asphalt after. And probably like some light blue for sky. Just pull those now. So that's what we're going to go with. So first, I have to draw this thing. So I'm going to take the lighter, I'm actually going to take the lightest color I have out, which is this E31. And I'm going to kind of sketch that so that it fits with the bear. So I can get an idea for size, placement, that kind of stuff. So, and then it has, yeah, a little roof like this that comes up here and then comes down. And then the school will just kind of go off. And then this section is like, I need to look at the picture again. It has like an awning. I'm doing this from like an angled photo, so it's not really the best. It has like a long awning, and nope, the awning will go from here actually to here, because then this is where the colored area will stop. So that'll be covered, and then there will be some poles here and here, and hopefully I can make it straighter when I actually do this. And doors, and the doors are red, right? Yeah, well, they look red. I think they're yellow though. Best of luck. I'm going to have to catch some sleep. It's 11 p.m. here in Australia. Oh, then have a very good night. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for chatting with me. It was really nice to have someone bounce stuff off of, you know. Sometimes I struggle coming up with things to say, but I really enjoyed having you with me, and I hope you come again. Thank you, and have a good night's sleep. And these are glass here. right? Big pieces of glass. All right, so that's going to be the school. So we are going to take a darker marker later and do that, but I'm going to start with the lightest one, which is this brown, and then go and add in variation with these colors. I am welcome. Thank you. I really do enjoy having people to talk to. And it doesn't seem like many people want to, so I'm like, is it me? Am I the drama? You like that? I fit that in there well, huh? So, all right, and I'm just going to color this solidly. This is the lightest color, so I'll be able to add in shapes and whatever with the darker ones. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but I would like it to be a little somewhat smooth. So you just do multiple layers. Smooths it out a bit more. Okay, I don't think you are the drama. Are you sure? And now this is the second lightest color, and I'm just gonna kind of just here and there make some brick shapes. So you can tell it's brick, but it's not like I'm drawing every single one, right? And I will do that with multiple things. I'll add some color to other ones in various places, you know. Make a whole brick there. Just the illusion of bricks. Kind of just varied through. So I'm going to do this with the other colors too, so it will hopefully not that one. I'm going to do it with this one. So we'll go over some of these ones that I've already done, and then I'll add in just other lines and other places with this. And I'll also add in some shadowing on some of them, just to kind of give a little variation. And try and keep them straight, etc. Just to switch it up a bit. And then I'll come in with this red, and over the brown it should like kind of tone nicely. And I'm not going to add so much of this one, or as much, because it's quite dark. Well, not quite dark, but it's darker, and I do want to have a lot of the lighter showing through. So just here and there. And then I might just go through with this and kind of make some, is this the lightest one? Yes. Just make some lines through just to give, the line will kind of disappear as it dries a little bit, but it will add to it. Like that. Maybe some cross sections in and about. Like that. And then I will do the same thing over here. Hopefully in a straight, nope, straighter line. Thankfully it's darker though, so oh, I'm writing on my mat. And then just rinse and repeat. Just add a little bit more dark over here for variation. Some closer than others, etc. There. And then darkest. And then back in with the lightest to add some kind of like liney texture. So it's kind of brick, but not really brick, but kind of brick. And then I think this darker piece up here, I'm going to use this also for the line of the roof, which is dark, as soon as I get the dog hair from following me. So I'm actually going to use the chiseled end here because this will hopefully give us a straight line. If I can draw a straight line, that is. And then I'm going to do this here. And with this one, I'm just going to take the marker and go sideways and overlap just a little bit to give the idea of like plank boards. So there's like some lines in there. I'm just gonna fix this one down here a little bit. Yep. And then I'm gonna put another line here to indicate the overhang, and then a line for the poles. and stop there. And then I'm going to color this in gray because the roof is gray. So I'm going to take a 4 and a 2 and just color in most of this. I'm not going to be too precise, just to give variation in color, because nothing should ever really be flat, right? And that may not make a whole lot of sense, but when you're looking at the picture, it makes more sense. I just can't show angle straight on, so yeah. And then I think the doors are the doors yellow or red? Gonna, do you remember? In this picture they're red, but I could have sworn that maybe it's just the side doors that are yellow. You know, it's not like I wasn't just there hours ago to figure this out, but oh, and then the rest is brick, isn't it? Damn it. All right. So this is all brick in here. We're just going to do the same thing, and I am also going to do the same thing with the lines. I'm just not going to do as much detail, but I am going to hopefully draw it straight. There. Doors, red or yellow? Do you remember? Do you know these front doors? Maybe my husband will know. Let me see if I can ask him. This is where my power of observation is non-existent. Hopefully he's not busy, because I think Mike gonna has stepped away. So if they are yellow, I'm gonna want a darker yellow going into a brighter yellow. So I'm gonna come up here to the Y17 and then come down into like an 8 or something and kind of blend those two together. You did see yellow. Oh, sometimes I am good. Thanks, babe. All right. So I needed a darker yellow to kind of cover the sketching that I did, and this will do just fine. And it will add a nice break in between the doors. And it will just be a nice darker color. And then this yellow will blend in with it and hopefully cover this sketch line. The color that I used is quite light, so it should work well. I'm going to leave that break in the middle, and I'm not going to touch that at all because I don't want to blend it. I want it to be apparent, but I am going to blend these pieces down here. And need to just make everything straight. Just not my strong suit. I'll take a little bit of light blue and put some stripes to kind of show its glass. And should probably even out. Oh, I was going to go back also with these colors and just add in some small pieces here and there. Not too much. E09. So would you guess that this is brick if you hadn't seen it? Or if I didn't tell you? Because that's kind of what we're going for. Just some variation. And then some lines. Okay, although I am going to go kind of even this out a little bit here at the bottom. Because I was not even. All right, so that is the school. And I can do some sky and get that over with. And I'm going to use 2 colors of blue, and I'm just kind of sporadically adding them in. I'm going to leave some white space. And yeah, this is the darker of the blue, and then I'll come over it with the lighter and blend that out a bit. And any white space that is here will be like clouds and variations in sky, right? And it's light enough that I might, when it dries, I'll see what it looks like. I don't think I blended this one like hardly at all. We'll see what it looks like, and if things need to be softened or changed or whatever, I can use the colorless blender to do that. So now these are done. I'll need more green. Do not need yellow. Do the backpack. And I'm not trying to be too crazy with this one. So I'm actually just going to trace a lot. And get the contrast so you can see the different pieces of it, right? So like there's a pocket here. It comes down here, meets, and there's a couple of like different sections here. Other pockets, you know. So I'm going to just do that. And then fill it in with these other colors. I'm going to thicken this back one up here. I'm also going to take this lighter color before I lose them and go over the top of the straps so I know where they are. And then I can fill in the color and adjust as I need to. But first, I don't want any sharp lines, so I'm gonna blend, but I'm only gonna blend where there's like kind of solid fabric type thing, because otherwise I actually want these lines to stand out a bit. show the different areas of the backpack, right? And then I'll take the lighter and just fill in the rest. And it will be a nice little blue backpack. And there we go. Now for the bear. And how are we doing for time? Okay, I need to get this all finished in 20 minutes. Or more like, yeah, like 20-ish minutes. But I think we're fine. So, with the bear, I want to also show. No, I'm actually not going to be that detailed. I'm just going to trace along the bottom and like where there would be shadows. I'm going to use this to kind of show that there would be shadows. So I'm not tracing over everything really, just like the darker, where the darker areas would be. And I'm not being more like, not having more finesse with it because of time. If I really wanted to do this like really well, it would take a lot more time than I have. And I do want to finish it, at least on stream. I don't like interrupting things. So and here one is back. I'm concentrating, so I can't really concentrate and talk at the same time. So everything else will be like one of the lighter colors, right? And kind of like light direction is coming from this way. So the darker ends will be over here. And then I'll go back in and add a little bit of shadowing for each of these pieces. And so it would be darker up here, like where his arms were together, and also underneath. And it would be darker over here. Got his little tail. It would be darker underneath the arm, but I want to leave a little bit of space so you actually know it is an arm. I should have done some more there, but can't be helped now. A little bit of shadow there. And then on his face, there would be like that. And I think, so that I don't lose them completely, because there's going to be 4 colors here and I'm going to be blending a lot, I'm going to put this on now. So I'm going to do his little eyes now. And this marker, this is like Copic Safe, where it's supposed to be. And then smile. There we go. So I won't lose his face so much. And I'm also going to take pink and just fill in this little spot on his ears. And then I'm going to blend everything out. And the lightest one, I could actually take this lightest one and just kind of go around where things have I'm concentrating and I can't speak. So the right side is going to be the lighter side. I could take this lighter marker and just complete it, but I don't really feel the need to. And again, time issue. Because I'd like to show up a little bit early, so the sooner I get this done, the sooner I can grab my kit. So any place there has been this darker brown, I am going to add this second brown color to kind of lighten it up and blend it out. So there'll be a nice transition. Got that one. I'm going to come further in with this brown on the face as well. Like, actually, do I really want to? I kind of do. I don't want to lose this kind of circle area though, which I've already started coloring in. So to preserve it, I'm just going to do it in the same color, and then I can blend it out and just do a little bit more. I have to smooth out that line. But I can also blend it a little bit better with the lighter color, which I'll go in with after. Okay, that one is that. So just like 10 more minutes, guys. And then the stream will end. Kind of like a shelf of color. Oh, it did not blend all out under there. It's okay. And then come out further with this color. And I think he has like some kind of like tufts of hair coming up here. Like that. And so that's the lightest color, and that's where I need it. And then I need to kind of blend into, which is why I keep going like down into the darker, right? And I can fix this a little bit more. To make it a little bit more even, because I kind of was late to the party on that one. And blend in his arms. I made a little mistake. So I'm going to fix that, and I'm going to extend this out so it makes more sense. That is one of the beauties about no line coloring. It's easier to like make mistakes, fix mistakes. Easier. It's also easier to make mistakes, but it's easier to fix mistakes. So I'm just going to go over this part here a little bit more than like any of the other parts, so I can bring that definition back in. I can kind of bleach it out. And then just continue on. Blend this into the darker color. And there was a little bit on the foot here, and the leg. Same with down here. So I've added the color, and I just want it to blend better. So I'm blending into the darker, and then so that there's not a line there, I'm going to go over everything. I have an alarm, so I know when to pick them up. I don't forget him at school. And then the top of the tail. And there we go. Cute little bear. Now the blending between, like, it's not perfect, but I really don't want to kind of go backwards at this point. So I'm just going to go over with this marker a little bit and kind of lighten that up a little bit. And same with right here. There's like a shelf of color, and it does not need to be that strong. So I'll fix it and then kind of blend it out a bit. And there you go. And then I wanted to do some asphalt. So I'm actually going to go a little bit darker. It's going to look like black, but it's not. And the darkest shadow is going to be for him. And then, yeah, just for him. Now I'll take this one, blend this out. And this is where I'm going to continue and like make the asphalt area. And hopefully I can do it straight. Straight-ish. Straight adjacent. No. Straight-ish. And then I'll blend down. So much squeaking of... I don't want to write on my mat, so I just have like a laminated piece of paper that I can put marker on and it won't really affect it. But sorry for all the squeaking. Some markers just do that, and then this could be getting on the drier end, which is more probable because I use it pretty frequently. I'm gonna actually use, oh, I changed, you can change the nibs, and I changed this one so it's not actually chisel nib. So you'll have to deal with the squeaking for a bit. But this one looks like it needs to be, have some ink added to it as well. And if I was a smart girl, I would be writing this down so I would know to go backwards and fill it. But I'm not that smart. So I'll do it next time when I realize that it has to be filled. So that's that. All right. So we've done all the cards that we want to. I say we, just because you were here, right? And I think I'm pretty happy with how they came out. I think they're unique. And I think they'll be appreciated. So, just to lay them all out, those were the sketches from earlier. And these are the cards themselves that we got done today. So all in all, not that bad a day, actually. My goal was to get these done so I can give them tomorrow or Thursday, probably Thursday. And we did it. So tomorrow, if I think I have time, I really seriously have no idea what day it is. I don't know whether I'm coming or going. So tomorrow or some point, I will add in the 2 sentiments that I want. So you're an A+ kind of teacher. We'll go on this one. And I know more than ever before how much I appreciate you on both of those. So all in all, not that bad a day, and I'm pretty happy with the results. This one's so cute. I do like how the bear came out there. So yeah. So that's going to be it for me today. I need to go and get my son. And thank you for hanging around and watching the coloring. Next stream is going to hopefully be on Friday. I will let you know if I have to cancel it because the kid gets out of school early at like 11. And I don't know if he'll let me be to actually do this, but I'll see if I can work it out with my husband. And then I want to do some kind of like abstract watercolor and just various shapes and play with color and let the color move. So that's hopefully the plan for Friday. And if not, then I will see you next week for sure. So have a good day. Take care. And thanks for being here. All right. Bye bye.